Will Rogers famously said, "I'm not a member of any organized religion. I'm a Baptist." Well, I'm Robert McKay, not Will Rogers. The channel here is Christianity on the Bottom Shelf. And I want to put on the bottom shelf, put the cookies on the bottom shelf where everybody can reach them. I want to put on the bottom shelf today this question of organized religion. There are people who say, "I just love Jesus. I want nothing to do with organized religion." Well, I'm not going to go too deeply into any of it, but what you find in the New Testament is, quote unquote, organized religion. The original Christians had congregations with leaders, pastors or elders or overseers. The three words are interchangeable in the New Testament. And it was a plurality of elders, a group of elders, not just the pastor, but there were the pastors and the deacons. The pastors had one function, the deacons had another, but it was organized in the New Testament. So if you refuse to have anything to do with any organized congregation, you are not following Jesus. It's that simple. But I can understand an aversion to something that has this hierarchy starting way up here and step down to where you are and you just do what they tell you. That's not Christianity, and no, you shouldn't have anything to do with that. There have been genuine Christians in such organizations. I think of J.C. Ryle, who was surely a Christian and a good one and wrote some good stuff. I think of R.C. Sproul, who was a Presbyterian. They have an organized denomination. But you shouldn't be in any church which does not fit the New Testament pattern. But that means you should be in a church that has some organization. Suppose you all just gather together. Who's going to teach the word? Because that is part of New Testament Christianity. Who's going to lead the singing? Singing is part of New Testament Christianity. Who is going to take care of feeding those who are hungry in the congregation and ministering to those who are sick? That's part of New Testament Christianity. You can't do anything without organization unless you're all by yourself. And that is not part of New Testament Christianity. So what you want to do is not avoid organized religion, but seek out a congregation, an assembly of people who believe the Bible, who serve God, who follow the Lord Christ, who do what the Bible says, with only that organization that the Bible says, which is pastors and deacons. They organize, or they are leaders in the congregation, and there's nobody, no organization, no person, no hierarchy above that congregation. That's what you should do, not this blank rejection of everything, but rather an embracing of what is biblical.